Pius Odiambo, an internationally recognized philanthropist based in the United States of America, wishes to announce to the general public that his organization, Kiswate, will support over 10,000 senior secondary schools in undergoing the transition from the 844 system to the competency-based education CBE system in his country of birth, the Republic of Kenya. This transformation will be powered by the Kiswate Digital Academy's arrays of technologies and will be offered completely free of charge. To register, visit www.kiswateregister.org. Shortages of teachers, missed lessons due to unplanned teacher absenteeism, and the high cost of textbooks will no longer be barriers to accessing basic education in Kenya and eventually across the continent of Africa. If you want to cut the cost of running schools, then go digital. Be Kiswated. Kenya is Kiswated. Kenya is a digital nation.
We know very well that both the Ministry of Education and the Teacher Service Commission have always, in their policies and documentation, they have always invited for the alternative curriculum delivery. And we know that the Ministry of Education has an ICT policy, but the domestication of the same has always been a great challenge. And therefore, we looked at how then can we mitigate some of these issues that are faced in schools. And we want to look at issues of shortages of teachers in schools. We know very well that at times when teachers are absent because of one reason or the other, they have a way of addressing that. But what about this child who is left untaught in school? Where do they then get recourse for that? We are also talking about areas where in some certain environments, teachers are simply not there. You visit a school and you realize that they've never had a chemistry teacher, for example, for quite some time. How then can we help to address those kind of scenarios? And then we look at it and say there is a way using the digital space that curriculum delivery can actually be done, so that we reduce the issue of missed lessons and shortages of teachers. We also looked at the cost of education, and we said when you look at both the 844 and the CBE systems of education, the cost is sometimes very enormous in terms of textbooks. At this point, you realize that there are so many printouts in so many subjects, and sometimes parents cannot even afford some of these textbooks. And so we are saying then, how do we get around it? Is it the time when we can be able to engage a digital library so that students can be able to access some of these books, of course, through an arrangement with the different publishers? So we are looking at those scenarios and saying there is a way that we can actually make education cheaper. There is a way we can collaborate with the Ministry of Education, collaborate with the Teacher Service Commission, and be able then to mitigate some of these issues that are affecting our schools. Together with that, you realize that through our presentation, there is an app that is going to be demonstrated, actually a register. And in this register, we are saying that the register can make the administration of discipline in schools much easier. How do we track the performances of these students? How do we engage and involve the parents in the performances of their children? How then can we make sure that the parents are onboarded, the stakeholders are onboarded in not only the curriculum delivery, but also how can they get involved in the discipline and the growing up of this child? And we have developed this app, and it will be very interesting for you to see that some of these things can be done very, very easily. You can, at a key of a button, a parent can get an alert for a child who is not in school. A child can also, you can also keep logging in their discipline slowly by slowly. A teacher can be tracked where they are, and therefore we are bringing these things not to get hold of the teacher or not to reprimand the teacher, but to just assist the schools in as far as administration of discipline and monitoring of students and performance in schools generally. So basically, we want to collaborate with you. We want to get your input. We want to get your ideas on the app that we are going to demonstrate in a couple of minutes to see then how can we domesticate this and make our learning institutions and environments better for our children. How do we then use also this app to make administration in our schools much, much comfortable? So in a nutshell, we are looking at that. And because the world is going digital, we are coming in with artificial intelligence and machine learning to see then how can we use this comfortably to be able to make education easy. We are also looking at then when these kids are at home and they are exposed to all these gadgets, you can bear witness. How then can we make sure that when these children are at home, they can be engaged in learning? Can we onboard global teachers who, through transmission centers, can be able then to conduct this learning to students when they're at home? We know when they're at home is a nightmare for these parents, and they close shop completely until when they come back to school. How do we make sure that learning continues even when these children are at home? So in a nutshell, that is what we want to demonstrate to all of us today, that it can be done. It is possible. With collaboration, with goodwill, it can be done for the benefit of the child. So that is that in brief is my opening remarks. And I think with that, then let me hand it over back to the Master of Ceremony, Madam Josephine, so that you can now take up and invite the next speaker. Thank you, Madam Josephine.
Thank you so much, Mr. Endera. That was so profound. It is true that the generation, the Gen Z, actually my daughter is telling me, you people, you are Gen Zero. And we know that the Gen Z, they are tech savvy. And even as millennials and other generation, we have to catch up. We have to catch up and ensure that we are not left behind. And you find that this generation, they are the teachers. That is why teachers have to be digital educators, because they are training, they are teaching people who are tech savvy. So for us to catch up and ensure that we maintain the position, we have to up our game. Thank you so much. Mr. Yuya is our volunteer CEO. And this particular time, I want to give him opportunity just to say something. I think he had a challenge with technology. Karibu sana, sir.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is John Yuya, volunteer CEO for Kiswate. Kiswate is the acronym for Kiswahili Tekelezi. The founder and the vision bearer is Mr. Pius Odhiambo, who is based in Washington, D.C. And Kiswate was started way back in the year 2020. And the idea initially was to improve the performance of Kiswahili as a subject in our adopted schools. And these adopted schools were some of the schools that the founder and the vision bearer went through, like Ulwero Primary and St. Mary's Ukwala. And within the neighborhood, there were schools like Uyundo, Kagonya, Ndenga, St. Anna, Sega, Ofua, and many others. So initially, we started with about 6 schools to improve the performance of Kiswahili. And that's why we gave it the name Kiswahili Tekelezi. And apart from improving of Kiswahili, performance of Kiswahili, the vision bearer and the founder also came up with a scholarship program to help the needy and the vulnerable students. And to date, we have over 350 students who have passed through the program. Some of them are in high school, some of them are in colleges, and some of them are in the universities, and some of them are also now working for Kiswate. Now, in the wisdom of the founder, he again came up with the Kiswate Digital Academy, one school with several schools. And what we are discussing today is the issue is Kiswate Digital Academy, how Kiswate Digital Academy will eliminate the shortage of teachers and also help navigate through a myriad of problems that have occasioned the implementation of CBE curriculum. And you are welcome to this meeting. And I think at the end of it all, we shall have understood where we are and where we are going, and how we can help in alleviating the teacher shortage, not only in Kenya, but elsewhere in the world. I retired in the year 2008. That is about 17 years. I retired from Olkajodo High School as the chief principal. I'm a graduate of Makerere University. I left Makerere in 1977. And right now, I'm attending this meeting from Busia, from Mundika, Busia, Kenya.
Thank you so much, Bwana CEO. Mr. John Yoya, our volunteer CEO, has taken us through and given us a brief background about Kiswate. So Kiswate didn't just start the other day. It started back so many years back. And right now where we have the technology, Kiswate Digital Academy. I want to invite Dr. Fred Nunu from Mr. Yuyo's speech. Mr. Yuya's speech, you've heard that one of the things that Kiswate has been doing is to support the needy students. Dr. Fred Nunu is also one of the beneficiaries of Kiswate Scholarship Fund. And I want to invite him just to say a word. There are quite a number of them here, but Dr. Nunu will invite one or two. Michelle, Michelle is also there. Quite a number of them. They have logged in, and they will just say something before we proceed. Daktari? Yes, Daktari, I can see Daktari has logged in. And kindly also tell us where you have logged in from, Daktari. Karibu sana.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate this meeting. It's a privilege to be with you all. I've just gone into a room from Kenyatta National Hospital. Actually doing my rotation in obstetrics and gynecology. I'm doing my internship in this level or high level facility. I have the privilege of putting my hands in practice to bring, to give support to mothers who have come here to deliver. Currently, I am the department that is concerned with surgery, so I work mainly in the theater. And it's a privilege that I've reached this area, and I'm very grateful to God and to the entire community, and also for Kiswate community, because they were very instrumental in making sure that I reach here. I don't know, before I go ahead with my short speech, I will kindly request you, Josephine Sirega, if it's okay, we may just have the part of the Kiswate team members, the students who have been mentored through this, and even those who are representing the Digital Academy, to just take a minute or 5 seconds each to introduce themselves, and then I can go on to give my keynote speech before I go back to work.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yeah, so I wish to invite the Kiswate members who are here, the Digital Academy members who are here. Kindly just say your name and your role so that the entire team and our guests and those who have logged in can also know you. Thank you.
My name is Michelle Atieno Ouma. I'm currently a third-year student at Kenyatta University, taking a bachelor's degree in pharmacy and in surgery. I went to Asumbi Girls High School. I went to Baptist Primary School here in Kenya, then proceeded to Asumbi Girls High School in Homa Bay County. I was a Wings to Fly scholar, and I'm also a beneficiary of the Kiswate program. And currently, right now, I'm a digitization engineer here at Kiswate. And yeah, I also anchor for the Kiswate News Bulletin. So you might have seen me there. Yeah, that's all from me.
Okay, my name is James Oduor, currently a student at the Multimedia University of Kenya. I graduated from Negocius DA Primary School back in Kisumu, then proceeded to Kisumu Boys High School, and currently I'm here at Multimedia University of Kenya in Nairobi. I'm a digitization engineer at Kiswate.
My name is Sharon Owino. I'm a student at Kenyatta University. I'm a second year student at Kenyatta University. Currently, I'm in Kenyatta. Yeah, and I'm a Kiswate scholar.
Thank you very much for that introduction, great introduction. So just to remind you that I'm an alumni of the great Kenyatta University, my alma mater, where also our CEO and founder of Kiswate also went to the university. So at least we share that as part of our part of our spine that we share together. So all the distinguished guests that are present, all the principals, and all the guests that have arrived, and to our CEO and all the members of Kiswate Digital Academy. Good afternoon. It's a privilege to be with you today, and I just want to give a brief take on what I've gotten from Kiswate, a bit of the history. I met Dr. Pius when I was just during the Corona era, and after we talked, and he loved the vision that I had as I was an innovator, and he got wind of the work that I was doing when he was still in the States, because all the information was in the media. So a team of friends from Kenyatta University who are coming from different faculties, including engineering and medicine. And we came together during that period to invent the first African-made mechanical ventilator. And when we discussed together and we saw that our visions were actually going together, and I explained to Dr. Pius that I was having issues also with studies, he offered to support me to complete my studies. But again, during that period, we held our first universal conference, digital conference. It was online, where different stakeholders from all over the world were present, and I presented my invention, that's the ventilator, and it was the top presentation during that period. Following that, I was awarded the Head of State Commendation for the works that we did, both in empowering and empowering the Africans generally, in terms of showing them that actually Africans can do things that we think that are difficult. We contributed positively in terms of the curriculum that's going to be was in the process of developing, and also the United Nations saw the work that we're doing in health, because the machine that we're making was going to help as a CPAP machine to ventilate patients and babies to help them with breathing. So post-COVID, we went together, and Kiswate offered me a scholarship to help me also with the study until I completed. And so even during my examinations, Kiswate through Dr. Pius came forward and make sure that they took care of my everything, so that I just continue with my studies and make sure that I do the exams. He took care of everything, and I really appreciate it. From then on, I graduated with a degree in Bachelor's of Medicine and also a degree in Bachelor's of Surgery. And from there, we proceeded to internship. The main reason why I'm giving you this background is just, first of all, to pass it out there to the world that Kiswate Digital Academy and Kiswate in itself as a foundation has gone ahead to at least leverage, despite the difficulty that we have, and as you've heard, a good number of students have been helped with their school in terms of school fees and getting the basic that they need in schooling. And I wish to send out a plea out there to the principals that are in here, and also those who are following from elsewhere throughout the world, that we allow Kiswate to be to come and be accepted in your facilities, so that these underprivileged students can benefit from the mentorship that is given through Kiswate, mentorship, and also the support in terms of education, paying the school fees, so that everybody is given a chance to at least live up to their dream of whoever wants to be a teacher, wants to be a surgeon, wants to be a pilot, wants to be a principal. All of us, we have been supported at some point, and let's give them also an opportunity. Every boy and girl deserves a chance to go to school. So we need to welcome Kiswate into your respective institutions. This is not an order, but is a plea, so that we give everybody a chance. Education cannot wait. The other thing I also wish to request is a plea to the national government and all the stakeholders. We know that we have a hole, we have a problem in the house, and the problem that we have now is as there's a transition from the previous education system to the new one, and we are having challenges in terms of the books that are supposed to be provided, and even the shortage of teachers. And we must appreciate the national government through the bottom-up economic strategy have done enough, have done a lot in terms of making sure that every student is taken care of and every child is given an opportunity, whether in terms of in the health sector and also in the education sector. But we must also, we are also here to support the government in this initiative because they cannot walk it alone. We wish to bridge the gap where the textbooks that are being provided in the schools are very expensive. We know the expense in terms of production and everything. And the Kiswate Digital Academy is offering a ready solution because we have the expertise and the books, the very books that are needed in the new curriculum can actually be found through our digital academy. The world is going digital. It becomes a small global village. And with the advent of AI, and as our President Ruto and the rest of the stakeholders have been encouraging young people to embrace technology, and this is the way to go. So my kind request, my humble request, that the principals from different schools in the whole country and the rest of the teachers embrace technology, because this is the way forward, and technology is going to make work easier. So learn how to use our new tech, and let us allow every child to access high quality education through the digital academy. And also, we at this point, not just calling upon the national government, but all the stakeholders, including the world bodies, United Nations, Education Cannot Wait, and all those stakeholders, we come together so that we make this dream a reality. We would like to request all of us to give these students a chance so that they can proceed to the university level, let them also have a chance to graduate and have the skills that's going to help to propel them in the next level. For those of us who are coming from a humble background, if it were not for these chances that we got so that we can achieve our dreams, we will just be left and we will not have seen our dreams going through. So let's give these children a chance. Let's give all these students a chance. For our beloved Ministry of Education, they have done a great job in terms of making sure that every child is going to school, whether they have school fees or not, but at least everybody should be in school because education cannot wait. We're just making an appeal kindly. We embrace now this offer that you are giving in terms of the digital academy. Let everyone get a chance to study at home, study through their laptops, and even in school, let them access all the textbooks through the digital platform. And with this, I request that the processes that we have already started, kindly take them and escalate them so that we get the green light, so that we help the government and we help everyone to access education and give everybody a chance. With this, I wish to bring this to an end. I want to thank every person who has come to this digital online meeting, and all the principals, all the stakeholders, the guests of honors, and even other students who have joined from elsewhere in the universities who are looking for opportunities. Kiswate Digital Academy is here to walk the talk with you. Thank you. God bless you. And back to you.
We are having people like Dr. Nundu, Hesbon, Michelle. They are here today because they were given that opportunity. They were given a chance. And that is why from Dr. Nundu's speech is asking for more opportunity. So, with Kiswate, when if schools and even the government can embrace this initiative, it means we'll have more of Dr. Nundu, we'll have more of Michelle, we'll have more of James Duwar. Thank you so much. Allow me also to recognize Fawe Kenya. We had a conversation with them yesterday about this meeting and this initiative. And I want to say that we really appreciate your presence here. Out of the conversation that we had yesterday, they're also dealing with matters of education, and they suggested that there's a possibility that we could partner to ensure that we achieve this same objective. At this particular time, allow me to welcome our first guest speaker. Our first guest speaker, Mr. Daniel Juma, who is the Director, Global Peace Africa. We have been partnering. They have supported Kiswate in so many ways. And just allow me to give him this opportunity just that he may say his speech. Karibu sana, sir.
My name is Daniel Juma, and I am a proud supporter, or can I say a volunteer supporter of Kiswate. Since that is the word everyone is using. So it's an honor to speak at this Kiswate Academy conference under such a timely and important theme. Education has always been the backbone of our society. Yet today, our schools are facing challenges that threaten both the quality and the equity. Teacher shortages, unplanned teacher absenteeism, and the rising cost of textbooks and learning materials. These challenges are real. They are felt daily in classrooms, staff rooms, and homes. But they also present us with a very powerful opportunity, the opportunity to innovate. Innovation in education does not mean replacing teachers. It means supporting teachers, strengthening schools, and ensuring every learner has access to quality learning, regardless of their circumstances. So let me begin with the issue of teacher shortage and absenteeism. Across many schools, a single absent teacher can disrupt learning for dozens, sometimes hundreds of learners. In some cases, lessons are cancelled entirely. In others, students are supervised but not taught. This creates learning gaps that accumulate over time. One promising innovation is the use of digital lesson continuity systems. These include curated video lessons recorded by qualified teachers and aligned to the curriculum that can be deployed instantly when a teacher is absent. When integrated with lesson plans and assessment tools, learning does not stop, but it continues. Another approach is hybrid teaching models where teachers collaborate across schools. A strong teacher in one school can reach multiple classrooms through live or recorded instructions, while on-site facilitators support the learners. So this does not remove the teacher from the classroom, but it extends their reach. So innovation also allows us to rethink teacher deployment and support. So data-driven attendance tracking paired with supportive, not punitive intervention can help school leaders identify patterns of absenteeism early and respond with mentorship, wellness support, or workload adjustments. Now let us turn to the high cost of textbooks. Now, for many families and schools, textbooks consume a significant portion of limited resources. Yet textbooks are often outdated, sometimes damaged or even insufficient in number. So here, innovation offers a transformative solution: digital and open educational resources. So digital textbooks accessible on tablets, computers, or even smartphones drastically reduce recurring costs. Once developed or licensed, they can be updated easily and shared widely. And open educational resources, materials that are legally free to use and adapt, allow teachers to localize content, include relevant examples, and meet learners where they are. Importantly, innovation does not mean abandoning print entirely, but hybrid models where core materials are digital, supplemented by targeted printed resources, can significantly lower cost while preserving accessibility. So innovation also empowers teachers as creators, not just consumers of content. So when teachers collaborate to develop and share lesson materials, schools build internal capacity and reduce dependency on expensive commercial textbooks. At the heart of all these innovations is one critical principle, which is technology must serve pedagogy and not the other way around. So innovation succeeds when it is practical, inclusive, and aligned with the realities of our schools. It must work in classrooms with limited connectivity, support teachers with varying levels of digital confidence, and respect the cultural and educational context of our teachers. School improvement is not achieved through a single device, platform, or policy, but it is achieved when innovation helps us answer three simple questions, which is number one, how do we ensure learning continues even when challenges arise? Number two, how do we support teachers to do their best work? And number three, how do we make quality education affordable and accessible for every learner? So as educators and leaders, we must shift our mindset from asking, can we afford to innovate, to asking, can we afford not to innovate? The future of education belongs to schools that are adaptable, collaborative, and learner-centered. By embracing thoughtful innovation, we can turn today's challenges into tomorrow's strength. Let us imagine schools where learning never stops because a teacher is absent, where every learner has access to quality materials, and where teachers are empowered by technology rather than overwhelmed by it. So in short, the future is possible, and it begins with the choices we make today. And as I conclude, let me just commend Kiswate Academy, for the innovations that they have come up with. And on behalf of the Global Peace Foundation, I want to say that we are proud and happy to be collaborating with Kiswate. At Global Peace Foundation, we say that education, just like Nelson Mandela said, is the most powerful tool that you can use to change the world. You could see some of the Kiswate alumni here. Most of them came from very poor homes in the village, but now they are in universities. And I can tell you from the universities, they will cross the bridge, they will be able to access, jobs nationally and even internationally. And this is one of the most important contributions Kiswate is making to our society. So thank you so much, my friend Pius and the Kiswate team, and I wish you all the best, including all the educators and teachers who are here today. Asanteni sana.
Thank you so much, Mr. Daniel Juma, for that elaborate and profound speech. It is true that innovation is here to build capacity. One of the questions that we have come across when we have been introducing this innovation, this technology, teachers, those in education sector, they've been asking, is this technology has come to take our jobs or what? But the truth is technology is here just to build capacity, to support you, to even to make your work much easier. So we don't have any option but just to embrace it and ensure that it works for us. It has worked and it has been proven and it will work and it is still working. And at this particular time, kindly allow me to invite our second speaker, Professor Vincent Onywera, who is the Deputy Vice Chancellor at KCA University. Karibu sana, Prof.
Thank you very much, Josephine. I want to recognize Pius Odhiambo, the founder and vision carrier of Kiswate, my friend of 30 years, distinguished principals, educators, innovators, policymakers, Kiswate scholars and alumni. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and happy Sabbath. I went to church today and God blessed this meeting ahead of time. The topic of my presentation, my short speech, is reimagining teaching and learning in Africa through technology, innovation, and leadership. My name is Professor Vincent Onywera. I am a grade 1 professor of exercise and sport science and a deputy vice chancellor in charge of research, innovation, and outreach at KCA University. I went to primary school in a small school called Abwao Primary School, located in Nyakach sub-county, Kisumu County. I thereafter, after excelling with high scores, I was admitted without applying to the Moi High School Kabarak, a high-class high school located in Nakuru County. I excelled with A's, and I was admitted to Kenyatta University, where I met Pius 30 years ago. I mentored Pius at Kenyatta University, and he knows he was very good. He was 1 year behind me, always consulted, and I am not surprised to see what Kiswate and the Kiswate Digital Academy has done. I am a Kenyan joining this meeting from Kiambu County. My ID number is 128-34-982. I hold 2 innovations to my name, which have been filed with the Kenya Industry of Property Rights. One of them is an innovation on the use of AI, machine learning, and blockchain technology in sports talent identification and development. The other innovation is development of smart school bags. We have just filed that patent right now. Allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to come to the reason why we are here. Thank you very much, Pius, Josephine, for inviting me to give brief remarks in this inaugural Kiswate Academy International Conference. The simple but powerful truth is that education systems do not transform because technology exists. They transform when leaders decide that the future must take different from the past. The future must look different from the past. By using the past to perfect the present and predict the future. And today we gather at a moment when that decision is no longer optional, but necessary. Necessary now. Across our continent, classrooms are filled with potential, yet systems are overstretched. Teachers are deeply committed and yet increasingly burdened. Students are eager to learn, yet too often constrained by teacher shortages and planned absenteeism and the rising cost of learning resources. And the immediate speaker has just talked about this. These are not isolated operational challenges. These are not challenges only affecting learners, schools in Kenya, but these challenges spread across Africa. These challenges are signals that education itself is evolving and that leadership must evolve with the education system. I therefore congratulate my friend Pius and the Kiswate team and the Kiswate Digital Academy for this innovative approach to enhancing teaching, learning, and academic excellence. The transformation we are discussing today is not occurring in isolation. My colleagues from Kenya know about Kenya Vision 2030. Kenya Vision 2030 calls for a knowledge-driven economy powered by innovation, technology, and human capital development. It recognizes that will move Kenya towards industrialization, competitiveness, and improved quality of life. This can be replicated in other parts of Africa. At the continental level, we have Africa Agenda 2063, which envisions the Africa we want, an Africa with well-educated citizens, a skills revolution, and innovation-driven growth. What this means is profound, ladies and gentlemen. What this Vision 2030, the Africa Agenda 2063, means a lot to us. And what this means is that when we address teacher shortages through innovation, when we reduce the cost of access to learning, when we strengthen teaching through technology, we are not only simply solving school level problems. No, we are instead actively contributing to national transformation and continental progress. I thank Kiswate team. This project is really, really excellent. I have been following it online. Pius has been sharing with me the progress. My friend from Roga, Bonyo, has been sharing with me. And Josephine recently shared with me. So we as KCA University and the higher education fraternity are happy with this progress. Pius, I invite you and your team to KCA University. We are a technology and business university of choice, not only here in Kenya, but internationally. And we like partnering and working with other partners who share the same vision of using technology, innovation to advance knowledge and transform the community. Let us be clear, ladies and gentlemen, as I finish. The future of education is not less human, it is more human. Technology does not and will never replace teachers. It will instead empower teachers. Technology removes structural barriers and gives educators the tools to focus on mentorship, creativity, innovation, and deeper learning. This aligns very well both with Kenya Vision 2030 as well as Agenda 2063. We need, therefore, moving into the future, to transform, to move from scarcity thinking to design thinking. And this is exactly what Pius is bringing on board. For too long, African education has been framed by scarcity. Innovation, therefore, will allow us to shift towards intelligent systems design. Instead of asking, what do we lack? Instead of asking, what don't we have? Instead of lamentations, we should ask the following questions. 1, how do we design systems that multiply impact? How do we ensure continuity despite disruptions? We should ask ourselves, how do we reduce cost barriers while improving quality? How do we create resilient learning ecosystems aligned with national and continental goals? These are leadership questions, not technical questions. I imagine an education systems where learning continues seamlessly regardless of disruptions, where every student has equitable access to curriculum resources, where teachers are empowered by intelligent systems, where schools operate as connected hubs with a national and continental innovation ecosystem. This is not a distant dream. These are not impossibilities. We can do them. And as President Obama once said, we are the ones we have been waiting for. And as I always say, I also want to quote myself, it is only you who can stop you. You can use that quote and quote me. Only you can stop you. It is the logical outcome of leadership aligned with vision. And the work we discussed today is generational. And I really want to congratulate you, Pius, and your team, the Kiswati team, for such a wonderful, bold, innovative, and transformational agenda, initiative, and venture. Thank you. Thank you very much. I want to stop there. God bless you. God bless Kiswate, and welcome to KCA University. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prof, for that wonderful speech. I was actually asking myself, as you say, the future must look different from the past. So I'm just asking myself, and you have asked so many questions that needs to be addressed by individuals, by institutions. And if you as an individual, as an institution, if you refuse that the future cannot look different from the past, what should you expect? That is food for thought. Thank you so much, Prof.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for your time. We really feel honored to have you here and just to create time and speak to us in this forum. I know we are going to have more of this, and we will continue to invite you. Thank you so much. So at this particular time, in the interest of time, allow me now to invite the innovator, the creator of Kiswate Digital Academy, the founder. He has quite a number of names. He is the reason why we are here today. If there was no technology of KDA, probably we would have not even had this meeting. So allow me to invite him. He's also going to share with us his story briefly because it has been quite a journey. It has not been so easy. Most of the time he says 13 years, 12 years of research, even to come up with this technology. So in the interest of time, founder, Kiswate, creator, Kiswate Digital Academy, kindly take it over. Karibu-san.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So my name is Pius Odhiambo, and I'm originally from Western Kenya, but I currently live, work, and study in Washington, D.C. in the United States of America. I want to echo the same sentiments by all speakers who have spoken before me. It's the first time I'm hearing about grade 1 professors. And I wish all professors can be grade 1 professors like Professor Vincent Onywera. It has taken me 11 years to put the Kiswate innovations together. I want to take this opportunity to recognize those who have made positive contribution to these innovations, but unfortunately are not with us currently. I want to recognize the late engineer, Pastor Reverend Peter Osano, whose church this idea began in Washington, D.C. I want to also recognize the late Moses Olondi, a pioneer participant at our signature program, Data Mentorship Program. Kiswate Digital Attendance and Discipline Tracking Register, the National Transmission Center, and Dynamic Digital Textbook are 3 innovative tools put together by Kiswate over a period of 11 years to eliminate teacher shortages, missed lessons due to unplanned teachers' absenteeism, and high cost of textbooks in Kenya and later in the continent of Africa. The operational costs at public schools are characterized by wastages, inefficiency, and lack of adequate resources and skills. all these can be eliminated by the use of Kiswati arrays of technologies. Digitization of schools cannot be left to the government alone. Every stakeholder in the education ecosystem in Kenya must play their roles. Kiswati and the academia have already done their part. I call upon other stakeholders to do their parts too by moving with speed to adopt Kiswati technologies to eliminate shortages of teachers in the senior secondary schools in Kenya. I call upon the Teacher Service Commission, the Ministry of Education of Kenya, to play their role and approve the use of these technologies. Principals, parents, teachers, students, and the private sector have also to do their part. We have written several proposals to banks, circles, telecommunication organizations, and we are looking forward to have them do their parts too. We need everybody to come out of their comfort zones and help in eradication of teacher shortages. We cannot sit back and see students sit in classrooms without teachers, and yet we know the backbone of our community, of our society depends on education. As they say in the political arena that we are on our way to Singapore, please, politicians, let us not arrive in Singapore without teachers in our classrooms. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Esben Odhiambo, as said, and I'm taking civil engineering, level 6 at Eldoret Polytechnic. I'm at my final year, that is year 2, according to the SIDAC system, and I'm finalizing. I'm a beneficiary of Kiswate since high school, and I appreciate it. And I've had the project that appeals as Mr. Pairs as, and actually, it is very good. We need to also to embrace as Africa. We need also to see our MENA Kenya in top maps. At least we can appreciate it. So to Pius, we appreciate everything. At the Eldoret National Polytechnic, primary I was at Walira Primary School. And then secondary I was at St. Joseph Uyundo Secondary School.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to use some dummy credentials as a student that have been sent to me. So this is the Gmail that I'm going to log in with. So I've entered the student dashboard, and this is how the student dashboard looks like. The student will be able to view their attendance. They'll be able to view their disciplinary status. And under the student dashboard, the student will also be able to view the announcement made by the school administration or the teachers. The student will also be able to view the assignments assigned for each subject. The student will be able to view their performance and as well as their fee payment together with the method of payment. Under the sixth dashboard, we have the subject. The student will be able to view the subject that they will be undertaking on that particular term.
Yes, I'm listening and I'm amazed at, all these people who have sacrificed their Saturday to come here. I'm watching from the Netherlands. Yeah, I'm always following Kiswate because I'm just amazed at this beautiful idea. And we don't take for granted the sacrifice that you teachers are doing or developers are doing, because it is us, the people, we the people, who can make our country a better place. And education is key. Many people don't realize education is politics. And the most important person or people are teachers. Because teachers, the little children come to you and you're the people who mold them. You're the people who teach them the best ways, to be the best, the best citizens. So it is not just a job that can be taken for granted. This is a calling, actually. Because if we are to change our country, if we are to make our country a better place, teachers are the people that can be used for change. And I'm just happy that more children are going to be reached, especially in the rural area. Last holiday, I came with visitors from the US, and I told them I wanted to show them 2 schools. I had never been to both of those schools, but through my networks, I managed to call and said, I'm bringing visitors. So I chose Madare, a school in Madare, and we went there. I just could not believe what I was seeing. These people could not even talk. They started crying. I started crying also, because even me as a Kenyan, I could not believe the circumstances that our children were living in, were schooling in Madare. The following day, we went to Brook House. Unbelievable. The conclusion for me was that it was so unfair that Kenya is for all of us. Why is it that some children are living in terrible conditions, studying in terrible conditions, while some are just creme de la creme? So it was a very big challenge for me, and I'm so happy that Mr. Pius is has been working for many years to bring out this so that it can change at least the lives of everybody. Because if you eat meat and your neighbor has no meat, you'll also not be safe. So the best thing is just for all children to have quality education. And I'm happy with this because at least our rural children are going to get, something, at least some piece of bread that other children in good schools have been getting. So that is just a few words I wanted to say, and I'm just encouraging you, please hang in there until we realize this project. It's a big project, costs a lot of money, and I think we will earn more money if we work together and implement it. Thank you so much.
My name is Maurice Oduore. Maurice Oduore is from University of Kabianga, Kenya. Currently, I'm serving as Deputy Vice Chancellor in charge of Planning, Research and Development. I've been here from 2, so rather from 3. So I'm just about to leave for another assignment, and I felt it wise to make some comments before I leave. First of all, I want to commend Kiswahili community for what they are doing to transform villages, communities, and to better humanity going forward. I'm a passive follower of Kiswahili activities, and what strikes me most is the financial support to the vulnerable but diligent and promising learners to pursue their studies. And we have tangible examples. I listened to Dr. Nundu, Dr. Michelle, and the other scholars who have been supported through this program. Now, this digital academy is a milestone. And as a professor of mathematics, I want to confirm that in addition to the hard copies, there is significant, enormous, and urgent need for digital content. In fact, mathematics is better understood through observations, interactive exercises, which complement critical thinking. I listened to Professor Onywera earlier. He talked of a grade 1 professor, and of course, all professors are grade 1. When I was a when I was an undergraduate student, digital content was very, very limited. But still, we managed to earn those highest qualifications. Of course, when I registered for postgraduate studies, the space was well enhanced. There was enhanced access to online materials. And with that kind of support, some of us completed our postgraduate studies within the required timelines. Now, my challenge to everybody participating in this session today is how this innovation will be consumed, the digital academy innovation. I listened to the founder, who was my high school colleague several years ago, and I could see some form of frustration. And I want to invite the innovator You know, in Kenya, for an innovation to be recognized, of course, it should be patented. Now, if you can liaise with the KIPI, the Kenya National Innovation Agency, of course, for patenting, you liaise with KIPI, and to support the innovation, you can also reach out to the Kenya National Innovation Agency, Kenya. My institution has a very good working relationship with these two institutions, so that you can patent this innovation. Of course, this will raise the bar for its acceptability. And I also have a feeling that we may want to rename this innovation. Of course, when it started in 2020, I was there, and the name was Kiswahili Tekelezi, Kiswati. But I realized that what you are doing now has gone beyond Kiswahili. I saw a Kiswahili CRE teacher demonstrating what a chemistry teacher can do, how to generate a lesson plan in chemistry. So you can see we've gone beyond Kiswahili. So we may think of renaming this innovation. Now, my last comment is this. The issue of shortage of teachers is an economic issue. The issue of absenteeism is an ethical issue. Now, if we manage to effectively deal with these two issues, that is the economical and ethical issues, we shall easily handle the political and social spaces. And reaching Singapore, of course, will be a reality. I want to wish everybody all the best. To the founder, I wish you all the best. You are doing a very good job. Kindly continue mentoring the young scholars, supporting them. As friends, we are also here and willing to support your activities. Thank you very much, and God bless everybody.
Thank you very much. My name is Beatrice Ikobe. I am a teacher by profession, originally from Nyamira County, Nikisi County, where I went to primary school in Ogango, in Nyamira County, proceeded to Siaya County from what we used to call the O levels, the secondary school. Then I proceeded to Embu County for my high school, before proceeding to Kenyatta University to do my bachelor's degree in education, where I specialize in the teaching of Kiswahili and religious studies. The Teacher Service Commission, where I am an employee, encourages teachers to have a self-development plan so that you can have a personal growth in their career. And personally, I undertook this training, which was given freely by Kiswate Academy, where I have been trained to be a digital educator. I have also been trained to be a digitization engineer. Initially, I used to think that this engineering is only left to scientists like Mr. Kaas Odiambo and other people. But being a Kiswahili teacher and a CRE teacher, I can now say that I am a digitization engineer after being trained by Kiswate. Now, without much ado, I have benefited from this program. And as a teacher, I can say it's a very good program that is really good for us teachers. You know, teachers, we are not very good in implementing what is called the daily lesson plan, preparing the daily lesson plan. So with the coming of Kiswate, it's going to be very, very easy. So without much ado, I'm going to demonstrate what I have learned from Kiswate, and that is generating a lesson plan, which is very easy. And I can tell you right now, I'm able to generate lesson plans for each and every one of my lessons, which I am teaching, which has not been very easy. So allow me to share my screen, and for you to be able to have a mobile phone so that we can all see that it's not very difficult to use in the case where there are no laptops, where not everybody has a laptop, then you can still use your phone and you will be able to teach or by generating a lesson plan. So what you do, you go to your browser and then you just type there Kiswate digital register. There it is. You just click. You select that one. There. That is what you will meet. I'm using a phone, so this is what you're likely to see in your phone. You are at the page of the Kiswate Digital Register. Now, from there, you now browse and look at home. You will see there are several things about generate lesson plan and the rest. So we click on generate lesson plan. We click on generate a lesson plan, and there you have. It's asking us to create a lesson plan, and we go to select the grade. Currently, we have grade 10s, so I'm going to select their grade 10. I told you I'm a teacher of Kiswahili and CRE, but I want to generate a lesson plan for, sorry for that. For the subject, I want to generate a lesson plan for chemistry. And I hope there are chemistry teachers in the house who are going to assist me. So I write their subject chemistry. Below that, you see the state or the region. Now, currently, this program is not in Kenya. That's where we are waiting for the government to approve. We're going to choose the state of Maryland. The reason why we are using the state of Maryland is because we are heavily informed, and it has been proved that the state of Maryland has got 95% of the curriculum which is taught in the Kenyan system, the Kenyan CBE. And in the United States, their curriculum, the education curriculum is 90% Kenyan curriculum. So it's very easy for us to relate to that. Now, the duration, we are going to choose. Now, in Kenya, our lessons are normally 40 minutes. But you can see from there, we have 15, 30, 60, 80 minutes. So I'm going to choose 30 minutes because this is purely for demonstration. Then we have where there is additional details. Now, additional details is where you write your specific topic for this particular lesson. Now, I'm not a chemistry teacher, so I want to believe in grade 10. The first thing will be introduction to inorganic chemistry. Introduction to inorganic chemistry, where I would want to look at the meaning and the branches. I'm choosing that as part of the easiest one, so that we can be able to see how it works. Meaning and the branches of chemistry. Then you click. You can see there is a yellow there, written generate lesson plan. You click on it, and you wait for a few minutes. Now, as you wait, there is a rider there that AI can make mistakes. So it's upon the teacher to counter check to make sure it's well done. And you see in a few seconds there I have the chemistry lesson plan. It's giving me the introduction, the objectives are there, the materials needed, the lesson outline, explanation of the key branches, and all that. That is very well done. It's a very detailed lesson, which even if I'm not a chemistry teacher, I am able to follow. Next, for this particular topic, we need what is called a worksheet, which we call in Kenya assignment. So you click on worksheet and you will be asked to generate the worksheet. You click on it. It will take very few minutes. The worksheet is an assignment that is directly related to the lesson topic that you are teaching for that particular time. Now, unlike the other general, maybe ChatGPT, this Kiswate digital app gives you questions automatically, directly related to the lesson which you have taught for that particular moment. Now you can see there questions are there. What is chemistry? Define inorganic chemistry and all that. The questions are there. Now, you have generated that, and after that, you have the answer key. Next there, you can see the answer key. You can click on it. It brings the answers to the questions that have been asked there before. So the answer key is the questions to the worksheet. And in doing all this, you can save them, you can print them. What you do, you just go to where we have the generate lesson plan. Below it, we have more options. You click on the more options, and then it gives you It gives you the options to generate follow-up or create worksheets or print or save as PDF. So I'm going to choose save as PDF so that I can share that with my colleague maybe later on. So you can see, colleagues, it's much easier for us to generate this lesson plan. It's practical and it's something that we will enjoy doing. And I personally look forward to this app being authorized by the government so that we can all use it easily. But even now, I am currently using it because it's free. So I'm grateful to the founder for making it an open source so that we can all be able to use it to make our teaching and learning easy. I was also part of the dry run, and I experienced the beauty of teaching over 20 schools, students from Nyanza, Central, Mombasa, and Nairobi. I was able to teach a Kiswahili lesson, and trust me, it was very interactive because it's real time. You ask the students questions, they ask you the questions, and you're able to answer. So this is a really wonderful program, and I look forward to enjoying it. For time, allow me to stop there and invite the next presenter to save on time. Thank you very much.
Okay, my name is Margaret Mutie. My school is Ngoleni Secondary. Ngoleni is not very far from Nairobi. You use Kangundo Road to a place known as Mitamboni. From Mitamboni, it is 7 kilometers. So thank you for Kiswate. We are much interested. The BOM is also interested. We are going to support you. Our teachers, all of them are interested to join Kiswate.
To the founder and everyone, thank you. I'm so delighted to be part of this big journey, making history to digitize schools. My name is Eunice Ndunda. My school is Nile Road Special, where the deputy of Kiswate Digital comes from. Madam Betty Ikobe is our deputy principal. We are working together. Our school is along Kangundo Road, not so far from a center known as Ruai. Currently, we are just teaching students, girls, and we have about 6 teachers already in Kiswate, and a few more are also interested in joining. And we cannot wait for the digitalization to take place because it's really historical. Our school is disadvantaged. It's in the rural part of Nairobi. Previously, I taught in bigger schools. I'm sure you're aware of the sizes of Kenya High School, a national school. I taught in Parklands area girls. It's also a big extra county school with facilities. So when I came to Nile Road Special, the level of need and want was really, really high. So I would really look forward to a situation where the school will be equipped with digitalization so that the students are not disadvantaged when they leave our school. They can also be able to fit anywhere in the world. It's really something great that you, founder, and those supporting you are doing. We are quite delighted. The board of management didn't have an issue. In fact, they said this is something that should have been allowed even earlier to take place, because the Teacher Service Commission also wishes that schools get digitalized so that whatever we are giving students is a world class. By the time they leave, they can fit anywhere in the world. So for us from Nile Road Special, we cannot thank God enough for what is going on, and we look forward to receiving even better goodies from the partnership. Thank you very much. God bless everyone. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, everyone on board. I want to just have a small input and to say from the onset that we are looking to a very rigorous implementation of this program and this innovation for that matter. And therefore, as anybody else here, I look forward to a very fruitful engagement with all the stakeholders. As far as training is concerned, I want to say that we have been adequately capacity built, and we are ready to roll out and cascade to other cadres of the digital academy. And therefore, with the first training cascaded down to the many teachers across the country, I think that can come into a reality in the fullness of time. So with guidance, with any change along the way, I know this gonna pick and it will be okay. Otherwise, for now, I think we have made progress. And I want to believe that the many presentations that we've had, we are building a formidable force that can bring the very data revolution that we aspire to have. Otherwise, thank you very much. I don't have much from my end. At this point in time, we are preparing for the training materials and all that pertains to the training, the demonstrations, the examples, and so forth. And I know that will be okay. Thank you very much, everyone.
The Kiswate Digital Academy, founded by Pius Odhiambo, is a groundbreaking digital platform aimed at fostering the African Renaissance in the education sector. Specifically tailored for Kenya, the Academy addresses critical challenges in the implementation of the competency-based curriculum CBC for grades 7 through 12 in both junior and secondary schools. Key issues it seeks to resolve include: 1. Access to educational materials. Many students lack textbooks in certain thematic areas, and where available, these resources are often prohibitively expensive. School calendar disruptions. Unforeseen events such as illnesses, pandemics, for example the COVID-19, school strikes, and natural disasters like floods frequently disrupt the academic calendar. 3. Data-driven decision-making. There is a notable absence of reliable online attendance and learning data, which is crucial for informed decision-making in curriculum implementation. Pius Odhiambo, the visionary behind Kiswate, is a trained science teacher and an award-winning data scientist, a philanthropist based in the Washington, D.C., United States of America. His contributions have earned him a place on the Marquis Who Is Who in America, highlighting his international recognition and impact.
Very soon, I will be retiring peacefully to start working as a social entrepreneur. Social entrepreneurship is an approach by individuals, groups, startup companies, or entrepreneurs in which they develop, fund, and implement solutions to social, cultural, or environmental issues.
The Kiswate Digital Academy is structured around 3 course components. Digital library. This will provide students and teachers with access to a vast array of digital textbooks and educational resources online, ensuring that learning materials are both accessible and affordable. 2. Learning management system LMS. This system will enable teachers to conduct remote lessons and allows school principals to recruit emergency or substitute teachers from a distance. It will also facilitate continuous learning for students regardless of physical location. 3. Scholarship system. This component will offer financial support to deserving students, ensuring that economic barriers do not hinder access to quality education. By leveraging these components, Kiswate Digital Academy aims to create a resilient and flexible educational environment. Students will have uninterrupted access to digital textbooks and teachers, while educators will be equipped with the tools needed for effective and remote teaching. This initiative not only addresses immediate educational challenges but also lays the foundation for a more robust and adaptable education system in Kenya, capable of withstanding future disruptions and fostering long-term academic success.